refractive index, and we have also started two types of lenses, concave lens and convex lens. Our today's topic is image formation in lenses. For image formation in lenses, we will first discuss about the rules which are to be followed for the image formation. So we have done 4 rules in the case of mirrors. Here in the case of lenses, we are having 3 rules. So let us discuss these 3 rules. We are having a convex lens here. This is a convex lens and this is a concave lens. This is a convex lens, and the first rule is same, where when an incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the refracted ray will pass through the principal focus. Children, as I have told you in the last video that in the case of lenses, we are having 2 focus. We are having 2 principal focus, one is here and one is here. In the case of concave lens also, we are having 2 principal focus, F1 and F2, as we are having 2 reflective surfaces here. So, first rule is when an incident ray comes parallel to the principal axis, then the refracted ray will pass through the principal focus. So this is our incident ray. It comes parallel to the principal axis, and then after refraction it will pass through the principal focus. So this is our refracted ray. Here arrow should be in this direction, and in here arrow should be in this direction. This is refracted ray, this is incident ray, and this is our optical center. This is convex lens in the case of convex lens. Now this is a concave lens. Concave lens also, when an incident ray comes parallel to the principal axis, when an incident ray comes parallel to the principal axis, then it will pass through the principal focus. So in the case of concave lens, our principal focus is on this side. So this side we will have to draw dotted lines. We cannot draw dark line on this side. We will have to draw dotted lines. When an incident ray, this is our incident ray, when it comes parallel to the principal axis, then it will pass through the principal focus, and we have to draw dotted line on this side, and it will be extended on this side. It will be extended on this side, and this is our refracted ray. This is our incident ray, this is our refracted ray. So this is the first rule. Incident ray comes parallel to the principal axis, it will pass through the principal focus. Incident ray comes parallel to the principal axis, then it will pass through the principal focus, and we have to extend it on this side. So this is the first rule. In the second rule is just opposite of first rule. Second rule is just opposite of first rule, where incident ray passes through the principal focus. Our incident ray passes through the principal focus, then it strikes the lens, and then the refracted ray will go parallel to the principal axis. This is just opposite of the first rule. Second rule is just opposite of first rule, where incident ray passes through the principal focus, and then the refracted ray will go parallel to the principal axis. This is our principal axis. These are our 2 principal focus, and this is our optical center in the case of convex lens. Now let us look for the concave lens. For the concave lens, this is the principal focus, F1 and F2. Our incident ray passes through the principal focus. Our incident ray passes through the principal focus, and our arrow should be on this direction. This is the incident ray. When it passes through the principal focus, then the refracted ray will go parallel to the principal axis. So refracted ray, we will start from here, and it will go parallel to the principal axis. This is our refracted ray. This is our incident ray. This is our incident ray. It passes through the principal focus, then the refracted ray will go parallel to the principal axis. So this is about the second rule. In the third rule, when the incident ray passes through the optical center. This is the optical center of convex lens and this is the optical center of concave lens. So when the incident ray passes through the optical center, then it will not show any deviation, it will pass as it is. It will not show any refraction, any deviation. So when the incident ray passes through the optical center, this is our optical center and so this is our incident ray. When the incident ray passes through the optical center, then it will not show any deviation, it will pass as it is. So arrow should be in one direction only because it will not get refracted, it will not show any deviation. So we will put arrow in only one direction. Same way in the case of concave lens also, when the incident ray passes through the optical center, then it will pass as it is without showing any deviation. It will pass as it is. Same way we can put arrow here and arrow here. It will not show any deviation. So this is the third case. So in lenses we are having only three cases. When the incident ray comes parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray will pass through the principal focus. Second is when the incident ray passes through the principal focus, then the refracted ray will go parallel to the principal axis. And third case is when the incident ray passes through the optical center, then it will go as it is without any refraction, without any deviation. So this is all about the three rules. Our next topic is why a convex lens is called a converging lens. Convex lens is called a converging lens. For this we have to do an activity which we have already done in the case of mirrors. Same thing we have to do here. Here we have to take a convex lens in our hand and a plain paper. And we have to adjust the convex lens as well as paper in such a way that the image of the sun is concentrated on the paper, or we get a bright spot, bright image of the sun on the paper. So when we get a bright spot image of the sun on the paper, then we have to keep the paper in that position for some time. After some time we will find that some fumes will start coming out from that place, and later on if we keep the paper on that place, it may start burning also. So that place where the bright image of the sun is concentrated, or we find the bright image of the sun, that place is the focus of the convex lens. That point is the principal focus of the convex lens. So in this way we can find the principal focus of the convex lens. And for ray diagrams we can show here. So when a parallel beam of light is incident on the convex lens from the sun, our source is at infinity, which we are considering as sun. So a parallel beam of light are incident on the convex lens. Arrow should be in this direction because all these are parallel beam of light. A parallel beam of light are incident on the convex lens, then all these parallel beam of light according to the first rule will pass through the principal focus. So this is the first incident ray and it will pass through the principal focus like this. This is the second incident ray, it will pass through the principal focus like this. This is the third incident ray, it will again pass through the principal focus like this, and this is next our incident ray which will pass through the principal focus, and this is again our incident ray which will pass through the principal focus. So all these parallel beam of light, when they are parallel to the principal axis, then they will pass through then the refracted ray will pass through the principal focus, and arrow should be in this direction. Arrow of refracted rays should be in this direction. So all these parallel beam of light are passing through the principal focus, and this principal focus, here we will get the image of the sun. A bright spot of sun will be observed here, and this is our principal focus, and this is the reason why this is called a converging lens. Why a convex lens is called a converging lens. So this is all about our convex lens. The concave lens is called diverging lens. Concave lens is called a diverging lens. So this is our concave lens, this is optical center, this is principal focus, and this is center of curvature or 2f1. So here again our source is at infinity and a parallel beam of light are incident on the concave lens. So let us draw a parallel beam of light, parallel rays which are incident on the concave mirror. So these are the incident rays, so arrow should be in this direction. These are the incident rays which are incident to the concave lens. So after refraction, so these incident rays, after refraction, the refracted rays will pass through the principal focus. But in the case of concave lens, our principal focus is on this side, and this side we have to draw by dotted lines. So for this incident ray, if it will pass through the principal focus, then we have to draw dotted lines here. This is our refracted ray. This is our refracted ray, and it will emerge like this. This refracted ray will emerge like this. And arrow should be in this direction. So this is the incident ray and this is the refracted ray. This is incident ray, this is our refracted ray. For this incident ray, this will also pass through the principal focus like this. So we have to draw dotted line on this side and extend this line on this side. Extend this line on this side and put the arrow like this. This is another refracted ray. Same way, if this ray is incident, it will also pass through the principal focus, and we have to draw dotted lines and extend this line on this side. This is our refracted ray. So we can see from this picture, from this ray diagram, that all the incident rays which comes parallel to the principal axis after passing through the principal focus, they are getting diffracted. They seems to be diffracted from a point which is the principal focus of concave lens. So they are diffracting, they are diverging from the principal focus of the concave lens. So all these incident rays, they are passing through the principal focus, and after passing through the principal focus, they are getting diverged, they are getting diverging. So this lens is called diverging lens. So children, this is all about the converging and diverging lens. So today we have done the rules. We have done 3 rules, and concave concave lens is called a diverging lens and convex lens is called a converging lens. So this is all about our today's chapter. In the next video, we will discuss about the image formation for different positions of the object in case of concave lens as well as convex lens. Thank you for watching.